Good morning, Marshfield. I'm Rachel Andrews, Executive Director of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Rob Jones, President of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce. So, Rachel, what do we have going on today? Should we start right in, talk about our sponsors, or how do you want to go with this?
We should probably do the sponsors before we tell everybody what today is.
That's right.
Maybe.
That's right.
Yes.
Let's have some fun.
Let's start with our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we don't have a show. So thank you very much to our sponsors. First of all, let's give a huge shout out to Las Cozelas. We are excited to be back at our home base today. So thank you, Sergio and Anna, for letting us come back. We're super excited.
And we're going to actually have Anna on with us.
We were.
But she's horse or playing horse. Well, I'm not sure yet which one it is. How's that?
Yes, and we're also super thankful for Barkies. We've got some breakfast this week, so I'm super excited to talk about that in just a little bit. And of course, Whispering Oak Golf Course. I'm sorry, Jason. It's early. And then, of course, we could not have this show without Rayfield Communications. So huge shout out to all of our sponsors. Thank you so much.
And Rayfield is the true internet supplier here at Las Cozuelas,
Absolutely.
As well as did a magnificent job of helping us get the show off last week at the Historical Society.
Yes.
So thank you again, Rayfield.
Yes.
All right. Well, how about like and comment and share?
Absolutely. So we do encourage you to like, comment, and share on this show. And today, you might be able to walk away with some Oreos because it's National Oreo Day. And who doesn't love Oreos? So if you won't care, just like, comment, and share to be entered into win either the original Oreos or the birthday cake Oreos. We are going to give those away at the end of the show, because I don't think Rob's going to let me take them home.
No, and this isn't going to be quite like the people that got the great pies we had last week, but it's better than nothing, right?
It is. It is. Those pies were incredible.
And the real question is, who eats the Oreo whole, or who does the old twist? You know the old song?
Yeah. No, I really don't know the old
you
song.
Don't know the song?
No, I don't know the song.
Kids will eat the middle of an Oreo first and save the chocolate cookie outside for last.
I've never heard of that song, but maybe our viewers have. Have you heard of the Oreo song? Let us know in the comments. But I have a question. How do you eat your Oreos?
Any way I can get it.
Yeah, I like to dunk them.
Dump them in milk, dump them in coffee, eat them plain. I never twist, though, and eat the middle first.
I don't know that I've ever done that either. But I also want to know, what's your favorite flavor of Oreos? I've not tried the birthday cake, but I've, of course, tried the original. And I would say that the original is probably my favorite. Do you have a favorite?
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Is there really a bad Oreo?
You have the double cream in the middle. You have the
have you had the golden?
Yellow. Yeah.
Have you had the golden? I don't know that I've had the golden, but I would say that the original is probably my favorite.
And you know who loves these the most?
Who?
My dogs.
Oh, do they
They
really?
love the Oreos. I know.
I don't know that I've ever. I know.
I shouldn't be giving them cookies and sugar and the likes of all of that.
That's okay. But they're okay though, right?
All right. Let's move on. Again, we're not giving away a lot, but we're giving away some Oreos. So comment and get some free Oreos. It's better than nothing. And we'll go from there. So are we getting any comments yet? All right.
Cast iron. Hey, Garrick. Eating Oreos whole is the only way to go. Okay.
And that's a health guy. I mean, he's
I know,
healthy,
right? So, Garrick, I have to know, do you dunk them in milk or do you just eat them plain without milk? So let me know on that one.
But he's given us, I mean, that's the green light. If you're you're a healthy guy.
That must mean Oreos are healthy.
They're good.
That's
They're
right.
Good for
that's
us.
right.
So we're going to go with that. Thanks to him.
Anna wants some Oreos too.
Okay.
Yeah, we could. Hey,
We'll
you've got a
just throw them
comment
over
on
to her. She's literally here about 20 feet away.
All right. So should we move on to our breakfast sponsor?
Yes, please. Ryan, let's talk about Barkies and our breakfast.
Yes. So Barkies has provided us with a ranchero burrito this morning.
Are you going to be able to reach that?
I don't know if I can reach it, but after the show, we might have to arm wrestle for it because it looks really good and it smells. Oh my goodness.
What we've learned is Ryan, the producer, he is always starved by the time we get here. He leaves about 6 o'clock in the morning, come in, get set up. So we never get a shot to breakfast.
No, but this looks really good.
It's a really big burrito.
It's huge.
It would be very filling.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you didn't know, Barky's was closed Tuesday and Wednesday because they are revamping their menu. And I get to try one of the new drinks this morning. And oh my goodness, y'all are going to have to get over there and try their new drinks. Rob, you're drinking the Americano coffee.
Good old-fashioned coffee.
And I have one of their loaded teas again, which I love. But this time it has what is called a Barky's Booster. I believe I got that right, Shanda. If I didn't, please correct me. But they've got new drinks over there. They've got a new menu. So if you haven't had a chance to get over there to Barky's, go. It's
what are those
completely
little marbles or something floating around in here?
I think those are bobas.
Oh, bobas.
And that's what I'm super excited about. So get to Barky's and try out the new drinks and the new menu. I was over there this morning to pick up the burrito, and oh my goodness, I'm excited to get back over there and try something new.
And they were doing some construction, so I'm curious to see.
Yeah, me
what's
too. I'm not
changing back in
sure.
the back room.
Yeah, so it's exciting.
That'll be great. All right,
Yeah.
hey, let's talk about. We have some new members joined
We
this
do.
week, right?
So
And we've been remiss. We probably should have been doing this all along, recognizing new members that come in each week. So starting now,
Yeah.
our role will be every week. We'll announce who our new members are and hopefully be able to work some of these folks into the show.
Yeah.
How's that?
So
who joined?
we had 4 members join since our show last Thursday.
Good deal.
So I am super excited about these new members. Devil Dog Custom Woodworking is one of our new members. Aaron and Aaliyah are vendors at the 4th of July, the Cherry Blossom Festival, as well as Harvest Days. And I think maybe they set up the Christmas parade as well. So I'm super excited to have them. They do custom woodworking. So you will find them at the Cherry Blossom Festival, the 4th of July. And then they will also be on our website as well. All of these will be on our website for you to get more information on.
So very supportive of all of our events.
Absolutely, yes, totally. And they're local to Marshfield as well.
Fantastic.
Wolf for Vets. This one, of course, is probably one of my favorites because
Right.
it involves dogs. And if you know me very well at all, then you know that I love dogs. This organization gives dogs to veterans. And I just love it.
Right.
So I'm super excited to have Sue
Good
Swanigan.
program for a good
Yes,
cause.
absolutely. The Elkland Lions Club, they've been a huge supporter of the chamber for a while, but we finally have them on board, and they have some exciting events coming up. So stay tuned, and we'll probably have some of those on the show going forward. I know they have something coming up in June, and I believe in April as well. So we'll have more information
And
about
I think
that.
we just missed the pancake. Didn't
We
have a
did.
pancake
They
breakfast
just
last
had a
weekend.
pancake breakfast as
Right.
well. And the last one we have this week is called Pucker Up. Tess is a supporter of the chamber as well. She's usually at our 4th of July. And she also comes to the Cherry Blossom Festival, and I think she comes to Harvest Days as well. So she customizes in lemonade, and let me tell you, top-notch lemonade. So check out our new members. They are on our website at discovermarshfield.com. You can find more information out about them there. So thank you, new members. We are super excited to have you.
And keep coming.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
it
yes,
just
yes.
seems like we're doing ribbon cuttings every week.
Yes.
And it's really cool to see that
Yeah,
happening.
and we
New
have some
members
more
coming
lined
on.
up too, and we'll have more information about them in
Right.
the coming shows.
Some great new ribbon cuttings
Yes,
coming up on
yes,
new
yes.
businesses.
All right, so what do we have next?
Let's see here. Well, let's talk a little bit here. We are in Las Casuelas.
I know.
And this is our home base.
Yes.
We love Las Casuelas. These people have been fantastic. Come on out, Las Casuelas. Visit them. I know on a Friday night, get here early. I mean, this place is always packed. It's hopping on a
our
Friday
base
night.
for our show, but I think it's one of our favorite restaurants as well.
Absolutely.
Like I think you and Chris eat here quite a bit, and John and I
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And I
one
set
of,
up a lot of business meetings. We have
Yes.
people. We come in here. I mean,
we
Ann and I
even
will
have
talk
some
this-
committee meetings here.
That's right. Right. So obviously, we all love Las Casuelas, doing
Yes.
networking events
Yes.
here, and et cetera.
Yes.
All right. Ryan, how about we go to a commercial break real quick, and we're going to slide in our new guest and start that conversation. All right. So here we are. We're coming back. And we already have a comment about gluten-free Oreos. I did not know that was available, but it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
There are people out there that, oh, and it's coming. Of course, it's coming from Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for that. And I forgot about that. She actually eats gluten-free meals and the likes. Very healthy.
Yeah.
Again, more healthy people.
I know.
So who do we have with us today, Rachel?
All right, so we are excited. I thought we were going to do the events. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
I don't know.
Tell us who he is, or who we
Oh.
have sitting with us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People want to know who she is.
It's fine.
How's that?
It's fine.
Listen, I was
Carry
going
on.
here.
Some stranger slipped in the back door. We don't have any idea who it is.
So I'm sorry. I'll get back on track maybe. We are super excited to have Pamela with us from the Better Business Bureau here in Springfield. So you're local to our community.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Lived in Springfield my whole life, and I cover the entire Southwest Missouri area. So,
And I love the fact that you are local because a lot of times BBB just comes across as just this national thing, and everybody knows what the BBB is in name. So you're going to be sharing with us in a little bit about what the BB is and maybe how we can resolve some conflicts. So I'm excited about that.
yeah, just talking about all things. There's so much that BBB does in our communities that people aren't aware of.
Right.
So just want to talk about all the things
Yeah.
that we do. And yeah, I am your BBB here,
Yes.
alive and well.
Yes. Okay.
Well, let's go to
Maybe we should go to the event stuff.
town. Then we'll come back to Pamela or whoever that is.
I know. Okay. All right. So, Ryan, are we ready for events? Okay. All right. So, Rob, the farmer's market is almost here.
Yeah.
And you know what that means? Spring is almost here. I'm so excited because
Now wait a minute. We thought that before. It was 70
I know.
degrees and
Well,
like 9 degrees below
according to
later.
the calendar, spring is almost here. So the farmers market is going to have a vendor meeting on Saturday, March 29th at Grillo's. So if you're interested in being a vendor at the farmers market, I believe you can just show up and learn some more information about that. So moving on April the 26th, the Whispering Oaks Golf Course is going to have 2 golf tournaments. And I do apologize. I believe I only have 1 flyer,
Correct.
but they will have 2
two events that day.
2 events that day, and both of them are for the school in a roundabout way.
Right.
One of them is going to benefit Project Graduation, and the other one in the afternoon is going to benefit the Brooklyn Aikens Memorial Fund. So both are an excellent opportunity to support our community. If you're interested in being a part of either one of those golf tournaments, you can reach out to Jason Wilson at jason.wilson5270@gmail.com, and he will get you taken care of. All right, moving on. We're going to talk more about food. I love talking about food. It's my favorite.
It's like 2 weeks in a row now.
I know,
we're talking
right?
about chili.
So this weekend, on Saturday, you have another opportunity to support a wonderful cause here in our community. It is the Forgotten Initiative. They are hosting a chili, soup, and gumbo
At the Masonic
at
Temple.
the Masonic Temple. I'm sorry,
we'll
I
help you
completely
here. How's
lost my
that?
train of thought. So Saturday from 11 to 2, head on over to the Masonic Temple and you can support the Forgotten Initiative.
All you can eat soup,
Yeah.
chili, gumbo,
Yeah.
and desserts.
All the good stuff. All right. I think that's all the flyers we have for today. So thank you for giving us that information. And if you've got an event coming up, just shoot me an email with the information, and we might get it
Yeah.
on the air if we've got time.
Want to promote the events as much as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
All right, Pamela.
Hello.
So talk to us. And Pamela used to be on radio. And I have to tell you, folks, I'm probably not going to get a word in edgewise after this. We've had these long conversations today, and I've been alienated.
No.
Pamela, talk to us about the BBB, what the BBB
Oh,
does.
BBB, Better Business Bureau. So let me ask you a question first. What do you think we do? Because I ask that every time I do a speech. What do you think we do?
Well, go ahead. You want to do it or what?
Well, I think of reviews.
Okay.
Like if I'm going to either go to a business or look at a product, I want to know what the reviews are.
Yeah.
And I have been known to go to the BBB website and check out a business because, if they don't have a rating, I don't really have an opinion about them.
Okay.
But I will tell you that I went somewhere recently and I never really noticed until I sat down at this business and they had the sticker.
Oh, they had their seal. I love that.
Yes, and I
So-
was like, oh, that's wonderful.
And your experience encapsulates so much of what we do. So to boil it down, the mission is create an ethical marketplace, a place where
Absolutely.
buyers and sellers can trust each other. So what we're doing on a day-to-day basis in so many ways is providing information to consumers so they can make a decision that they feel confident about, and allowing businesses a way to show that they go above and beyond, to show that they're upholding certain standards, what we call our
Yes.
standards for trust. So
Yes.
that's through accreditation. Providing consumers information is through reviews. If something goes wrong, you can file a dispute. That's not the entire job. I don't take the complaints, so please don't send them to me. I can get you to the right person, but I don't actually take the complaints. That way, if there is a problem in that marketplace relationship, BBB can try to help you get a resolution.
And I like what you just said, that while you don't handle the complaints, if people might feel comfortable reaching out to you,
Sure.
and then you can direct them to where to go. And I would also maybe say that if they felt more comfortable reaching out to me, I'm more than happy to pass your email address
Absolutely.
along so that we can get them in connection with the correct person.
Absolutely, because sometimes people will think it's a complaint,
Right.
where it's not. Maybe it's a review.
Right.
Or sometimes we get things that are out of our purview. So for example, I had an email this morning about someone that had an issue with an employer. We don't get involved in anything like that.
Right.
And unfortunately, I do get those inquiries quite often. I don't know what that says. That's not something that we do. But so we're here to help the consumer, and we're here to help businesses showcase again that they're going above and beyond. And I don't handle complaints, but my part of it is that education and outreach.
Right.
So my job is to share that information, do media like this, do presentations in schools. I'm going to be at the Marshfield High School in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. Thank you for that connection.
Yes.
Because we do ethics education for high school students.
Oh, wonderful.
And doing scam awareness education for students and older adults and any other group. So there's so much to what we do right here in the community every day.
Yes, and we need that, don't you think? What's your
absolutely.
perception of?
Well, and like you, but to me, it's always been, and I like the word ethical business.
Yeah,
Those are the
absolutely.
perfect words. So, Pamela, how do businesses reach out to you? How can they get in touch with you, get your BBB accreditation? Maybe
Yeah.
explain that process a little bit.
Absolutely. So I'm on the go a lot. So I always tell people the best way to reach me is to shoot me a quick email. And then if we want to meet, have a conversation, we'll schedule some time, or I can pop on the phone, call you in between things. So P. Hernandez at springfieldbbb.org is probably the best way to get me, just because I try to be real safe. I don't answer the phone while I'm driving around.
Right.
And so,
And that's smart.
yeah, well, I try. I am driving the BBB car. I had an accident in it last year. Wasn't my fault. I'd like to not do that again. though.
Right,
I'd like
right,
to not
right.
repeat that. Or I'm sorry, last spring. So I'd like to not repeat that.
And
so
you have healed.
I have healed. Yes, I can use this hand
Good,
again. So
good,
it's
good,
great.
good.
So email is the best. There's a lot of resources at bbb.org. Maybe if someone just has a quick question, they can go to bbb.org though and get that answer, whether it's looking for business, right? Like you said, going to look at those reviews. It's real easy to just type in, put in your zip code, city, whatever, look for a business, whether it's a general category, like I need a roofer after
Right.
those storms.
Yes.
Or if you know somebody specific that you want to see, maybe it's somebody you've never done business before and you just want to check and see what other consumers have to say and see what their rating is. We give businesses a grade, A+ through F. You don't have to be accredited to get a rating. Has nothing to do with accreditation, doesn't have anything to do with your rating, because we want consumers to have good information.
Yes.
And then businesses want to be accredited. If they want to highlight what they're doing, if they want to use that to stand out, absolutely, I'm happy to help them with that process.
All right. Well, probably what we should do is maybe go to a quick break so we can come back with Pamela. I think we have a lot to talk about here now
do.
on explaining just kind of how the whole process works and what business can do in responses to maybe complaints. I know a lot of times there are bogus complaints go out there. So if we could, Ryan, could we quickly go to a commercial break And then we'll come back with Pamela and talk more about what's going on with the BBB and how to get involved, but also what happens if you do get a review that doesn't make sense and you want to try to get things cleared up. All right. So
Could we mention the next Bagels with BBB?
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
So can we quickly take a look? Any new comments that we need to take a look at? I know we talked about gluten-free and them being healthy. All right, let's talk again real quickly. We have our sponsors up. Thank you to Barkeys. Thank you to Las Casuelas. Thank you to Rayfield and Whispering Oaks
And I think we're going to be at Whispering Oaks
in April.
in April. I think
April,
so.
yeah.
That'll be a fun show.
And it'll be one where, again, we're going to do some things differently even there on a networking event.
Yes,
so we're looking
that'll
forward
be
to
a lot
that.
of fun.
As golf season picks up, we'll be picking up a lot of
I
activity
know.
with
Are you going
Whispering
to pick up
Oaks.
some golf clubs this year?
No.
Me neither.
No. I threw my golf clubs
Did
away
you?
many years ago because I was that bad.
Oh,
How's
goodness.
that?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so we're back with Pamela. Or is
So,
it- is
yeah,
that- yeah.
talk to us, Pamela. So,
Are
again,
you sure we're back?
Yeah.
We haven't had enough caffeine yet.
we see our picture on a screen. How's that? So we
We're
must be back.
mesmerized by this beautiful tableau here.
That's right. That's right.
So, talk a little bit about, again, how do people get their BBP pages? And then also maybe talk a little bit about what happens if there is a
conflict, maybe?
a complaint, something of concern. How's that?
Absolutely. So we want every business that's out there to have a BBB business profile. It doesn't cost anything. We want to provide that information. So you are always welcome to email me, and I can get in contact with you, get the information we need, just a few questions about your business, how long you've been in business, what kind of business, so we can do a little rudimentary, process. We have an algorithm that assigns that.
And
that
that's all they
rating.
need to do to get the listing?
To
per
get the
se?
listing. Yeah, it's very easy to do. If it's a weekend, I'm not around, you can go to bbb.org and do that listing yourself if you want to. That's okay too. I don't typically work weekends.
Me neither.
Yeah, so if you're a small business owner, you're often doing a lot of stuff on the
Right.
weekend. So that's very easy to do. Now the complaint, you mentioned if there's a complaint, what do people do? And people panic, right?
That's it.
I mean, I'm a former small business owner.
Yeah.
If I had gotten a complaint, I would have freaked out. So don't freak out. Take a moment. It's your chance to shine, right? It's your chance. I call it service recovery. It's your chance to be like, okay, what went wrong? What can I learn? So don't avoid it.
Right.
If you get an email or a letter, because we'll notify you, don't avoid it. Respond. That's what we ask. You respond. You make a good faith effort to make it right. We're not going to tell you how to respond. We don't know your business,
Right.
but we want you to respond and engage in that good faith effort to make it right. So do your part and get engaged, and take the opportunity to, like I said, shine.
Absolutely. And I think I remember from one of the networking events that if somebody does file a complaint, before it's posted, now correct me if I'm wrong, the business owner has a certain amount of time to respond. Is that
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I think what you're referring to, what we talked about is reviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
reviews,
okay.
we do wait 72 hours
Right.
so the business owner can look at it, make sure it's actually a customer, not a disgruntled former employee or your
Competitor,
competition.
yeah.
Right.
Right. And complaints are actually even longer because we want to go through all of the steps
Wonderful.
before we actually publish that information. So it can be sometimes 30 days as we're going through all of our steps, getting everybody's side of the story before that could show up then on a business's profile.
And as a consumer, I like that too, because you know that if it's a complaint it almost feels as though it's a legit complaint because they've went through all the channels
Right.
and everything.
Yeah, because if you as a business owner get a review that you don't recognize,
Right.
then you have an opportunity to come back to BBB and say, I don't know who this customer
Right.
is, and we'll go back and we'll ask for some proof of that
Right.
marketplace relationship
Yes.
because we don't want bad reviews.
No, we don't.
We want good information.
Yes.
for people. Now, if it's a 1-star review and it's legit, there's not much we can do about
Right.
that. But we want that to be a quality review.
That's right.
That's the word. It's not
Yes.
good, bad. It's quality.
It's quality.
That's a better,
Right.
better
Yes.
term.
Well, what we learned, a lot of these get resolved even without you being in the middle of it, right?
Sure.
I mean, you just kind of open up the communication channels
Right.
and then things get taken care of.
And sometimes it's just a misunderstanding.
Absolutely, absolutely. We just need people to talk to each other.
Right.
That's part of the reason too. Why there's that 72 hours.
Yes.
Because sometimes people get a little hot under the collar.
Right. Yes.
And they fly off with a review. And then they change their mind.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
okay, the business owners reached out to me. I've had a chance to talk about this, and I get those emails too. Hey, can we take down this review?
Yes.
I've worked it out. So it just gives people time to
cool off,
down.
a cooling off
Yeah, we
period.
need that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what else about the Business Bureau? What should we know? The Better Business Bureau.
What else should we know about the Better Business
Is
Bureau?
that kind of like how much time do we have? Is there so much?
There's so much going on. We do a lot of scam education and prevention, so there's a lot of information on bbb.org. We just released our 2024 risk report, the Scam Tracker
Oh.
risk report, and that is about, we take all the data from Scam Tracker, and we say, okay, what are the risky scams? What's trending? What are we seeing? So we can educate the community to be on the lookout, because awareness is our best prevention tool.
Yes, absolutely.
And so there's a lot of information on Scam Tracker. That's a free resource.
Okay.
We're dependent on consumers to report a scam to us if they see it. That's how we get our information. So if you encounter a scam, it's so important to go to bbb.org and report that. That's how we get our data. That's the only
So
way we know.
Scam Tracker, is that something that they can find on the BBB's website?
Yes, bbb.org/scam tracker.
Okay.
It is there. And you can search. If something feels off, like you get a weird email, text message, phone call, you can type in the name of a business, a phone number, a website, and see if other consumers have
Right.
reported that.
I know recently I got one, and I sent it to Ryan, our producer, and I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't feel right, but I didn't know.
Was it
Um,
a Facebook? You violated the terms of
That I get that one
we
a
get
lot.
that a lot.
I get that a
Yeah,
lot.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Ignore it.
And
So,
and I just go on that particular one. I just go and I just mark it as spam,
mhm.
and it just go from there. But that is one, and that's one that I've seen our viewers have posted on Facebook. You know, hey, I've got this message,
Yep.
and it looks fishy, but I just don't know.
Yeah, and that's so, speaking of events, that's a great kind of segue. I'm doing another Bagels with BBB at the Schweitzer Brentwood Library Branch in Springfield. It's March 25th, 8 a.m. It's free. It's bagels, it's coffee, and it's education. And we're going to talk about safe and savvy social
Oh, we
media.
are. Okay,
we're going to
wonderful.
talk about how to recognize those social media scams that target small businesses. So how to be safe.
Yes, and Rob and I actually went to the one
Well,
last month.
We've been to several. I
Yeah.
mean, we started
Yeah.
18 months ago, I think, when we first had our
Yeah.
first event with Pamela, and we
Yeah.
just kind of all fell in love. And
So if
thought,
you
"Man,
get
this
a
is great
chance,
stuff."
March
How's that?
March 25th.
March 25th is a Tuesday,
Mhm.
8 a.m. I bring the bagels, I bring the coffee. So if nothing else, come have a
I know,
bagel
right?
and just hang out for a
And
little
it's
bit.
free, guys.
It's
so
free.
join us.
Did
And
we
if-
mention free?
Yes, I know, right?
And how can they get on your email list? Because that's the thing, you're emailing out these events as they come up, and I think people need to get on your email list, because there's some things that we always find very good. Last one with
Yes.
Raphael was great.
Yes.
Yeah, so the events go out to BBB accredited businesses through our email list. That's how we have that. But if people want to connect with me on LinkedIn, like if you're a business owner, I put them out on LinkedIn, and then our BBB Springfield Facebook page. So that's going to be
Okay.
the
There you
best
go.
place to find out about
Okay,
the different
perfect.
events.
Perfect.
Okay. Anything else, Pamela, before we move on?
You know what? You move on, because I could keep talking forever, and I don't want to take up the whole show. So you move on.
I mean, literally, we sat here with a 30-minute conversation about tea, and I fell asleep over here. How's that?
But I learned a lot. So thank you. Oh,
Okay.
All right.
Rachel, so let's talk a little bit about our next show.
Our next show. Oh, yes. I'm excited about our next show because we're going to have Tom Houston with Webster Electric join us, and we're going to learn about what is a cooperative, because all I know is when I flip the switch on, my lights come on, and I'm very appreciative of that. But how does it work? And we're also going to talk about the Webster Foundation, Webster Electric Foundation as well.
Yes.
And I'm excited about that because they do so much for our community. And we as the chamber have been beneficiary of their kindness.
Absolutely.
And honestly, until I started working at the chamber, I didn't know much about it. So I'm excited to learn what they do and how they help nonprofits.
Well, they
So-
were a big contributor to all the lights that have been
Yes,
hanging,
yes.
hanging
A
around
huge
Christmas
contributor.
time. So that's
So-
been basically a three-way partnership
Yes.
between them, the chamber, and the
So
city. So
we're
that's
excited
worked
to
out great.
have Webster Electric on next week.
How about what happens if I miss a show and I want to catch up and see what's
I hope
happening?
you don't miss a show.
Okay, I better not, had I?
But if you do miss a show, you can go to our website, discovermarshfield.com, and then just go to our news, the little news drop down, and you can see all the shows there, or you can scan that QR code that's on the screen right now, and it'll take you right to the listing of the shows. And you can even go back and rewatch. Say you didn't miss one, but you want to go back and listen to what we talked about last week on Del Massey. Just feel free to go back and rewatch one of those shows.
And YouTube.
Yes, you can also find it on YouTube.
Okay. All right.
What am I missing?
No, that's good.
Is that good? Okay.
But what's coming up on this weekend?
Oh my goodness. Guys, we're springing forward this weekend. I'm super excited to have an extra hour of daylight. I'm not so sure that I'm going to enjoy missing that hour of sleep, but I think it'll be good in the end because longer daylight hours. So that'll be fun. So don't forget that we're springing forward on Sunday morning.
Just messes your sleep up for
It
about
sure
a week
does.
while you adjust.
You're going to need an extra long nap on Sunday afternoon.
All right. Hey, guys. Off-screen producer here. Let's do the Oreo thing for all day, and then you give those Oreos away
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
That's fine.
You mean they have to go back to the office and sit on my desk
Oh, Lord.
all day?
It's called self-control, Rick.
I don't know that I have.
Anna, can we leave them here? so she know you'll eat them.
I may have to go back to Price Cutter.
Oh, boy.
Get some more Oreos.
All right. Okay. How about our sponsors again? One last time here before
Yeah.
we exit.
All right.
So, Rachel, one more time. You
One more
want to review
time
the
on our
sponsors?
sponsors. So, again, we are thankful for Barky's for providing our breakfast for us this morning. We are really thankful for Las Bozelas for providing our home base for our shows. We couldn't do this without Rayfield, so thank you to them as well. And Whispering Oaks Golf Course, that we're super thankful for you too. And we can't wait to be on location in April. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we will see you next Thursday.
And Pamela, thank you
Yes,
again.
thank you so much for
Thanks
being here with us.
having me. This is
Been a great
fun.
partner for us for the last,
Oh,
I'd
and
say, year and a half anyway.
Same. Back at you. I love working with you, the whole Marshfield area, Marshfield Businesses Chamber. You all have been great.
And you're a Chamber of Commerce member.
That's right. And
Absolutely.
you're BBB accredited.
A plus, I believe.
That's right.
All right.
So, okay.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.